help. I need more cops.
No.
Did they do that to his head?
Okay, we got it.
Help! It's cops!
Please don't.
At this point, it's easy.
Look what you did to him.
I know, look at my hand.
Look what you did to him. You're
Oh my God, let's wrestle Jesus.
It's raining again, believe it or not.
Has it stopped?
Okay, alright. Okay. Alright. Here you go, buddy. We got called at 12:30 and we were operational by 4 o'clock. We were operational. We were ready to go by 4. And the District 1 team from Gary got here from about 5 o'clock. So the Vans team came up and we kind of set up, our stuff and kind of set up, kind of the logistics tent and this tent and the command tents. And then when the District 1 team came, then they came and set up their tents. And we were fully operational by, 6 o'clock. So, no, we were really happy with the number that we got. And the District Fort Wayne team were called at noon, and they'll be here. They should be here by 3 o'clock. We got the call. Well, I kind of knew when we were going to get the call. So we have all our cash. We have a big room 2 rooms at Carter Hospital with all our equipment. So I knew when we were going to come. So I gathered the state team, Jody, Don, me, and Maria at 10 o'clock. Saying, look, I need you guys to come to Carter at 10 o'clock. They knew they're coming down here. We're going to have a command, meeting. They knew something was going on, and then about 10:30 we got the call. I said, we got a call to go to respond to this earthquake. But they've also been on the phone calls and stuff. We've set up a 1-800 number, and we've set up a website. We have a contractor that we kind of keep on standby that we've used before. And so we'll contact her and say, we have an emergency and a disaster in southern Indiana. You need to go ahead and open up our 800 line in our website. But I got to say, our Homeland Security, though, they are more in tune with mental health than almost any other state Homeland Security I've ever dealt with.
Thank you, sir.
I ran in this morning because of the VIPs. I ran into Joe Wainscott, who's the director of Homeland Security. He had 2 muckety-mucks from FEMA. And he stopped me. He goes, hey, I want you to introduce Drew. And he said, this is Drew Klatt. He's our mental health person. He goes, I got to tell you about their team. And he was, so it was like, wow, this is, So, pretty impressive stuff. Hey, Bassy. Okay, good deal. So we'll see you. They'll take you to registration, then they'll bring you here. Okay. All right. Thank you. The van guys will take care of you, Patsy.
They were good.
The van guys, they're very good. They're the Indiana militia, which I've never heard of. They wear black hats, and they're unarmed. They're all volunteers, and they back up the National Guard. So whenever the Guard gets called up somewhere, they kind of fill in, kind of. I mean, I'm one of the few. I mean, there's probably 12 of us in the country that do this full time. I mean, that's how serious Gina and our past directors, Kathy, and you know. I mean, it was all. I mean, I mean, there's not too many folks that would have a person dedicated to do this, and you know, I mean, that's when. I mean, when we responded to Biloxi, I mean, we saw over 9,000 people in the 6 weeks we were there. I mean, over 9,000 actual people. You know, so I mean, we were the busiest team of any group. I mean, we went down as a big Indiana task force. We were the busiest team of any group down there. More so than medical, because you know, and I could do my whole presentation for you guys, but the psychological footprint of a disaster is much bigger than the medical footprint. I mean, it really is. Now, law enforcement, they're kind of, I mean, we have to get them more on board. I mean, you know, they want to arrest everybody or shoot everybody. So, you know, but it was interesting today when we were at the hospital this morning. When I got there, you know, they had people in handcuffs and you know, so when we got there, all these people were escalating. When we got there, and all the cops were just like, oh, you know, they're like, you know, guns and, you know, so we de-escalated the group, ended up walking them over to the triage, and it ended up being, you know, two cops, you know. And they said, I think we're going to have 2 cops instead of this whole battalion of cops. It's like, yeah, that's all we need, you know, just to kind of help us. And that's real life. That's usually the way it is, you know. Because cops would go in there and they want to maintain control, and the mentally ill people are fighting, because these folks are mentally ill, they were fighting them, so it became a real clash. Then the mayor of the town, Mount Vernon, was there. He got involved and wanted to know why in the hell all these people were being arrested when they hadn't done anything. They're all in handcuffs. And we told the cops, we went there and said, take those handcuffs off now.
Fire control one, were you
Well, yeah, they just need to you know, they just need to ratchet it down a little bit. They don't, you know, I mean, to me, you know, I used to work in group homes, and people in group homes, sometimes the group home folks cause more trouble. You know, because it was like, you know, somebody was watching it. Like, my favorite one was, I had a client one time who was watching a TV show, and the staff said, you know, time for you to take your shower. And he goes, well, no, I won't watch my TV show. No, it's 8:15, it's time for your shower. The guy goes, you know, so it became a big, and I walked in, I was a group home manager, and said, let him finish watching his TV show. Is it really worth? Is it worth that person getting pissed off? You know, because he's not on schedule. And I said, you know, he said he would go as soon as the TV show was over. You know, I'd be pissed off too if you're interrupting me in front, you know, halfway through Gilligan's Island or something. You know.
Exactly. You get really.
District 3's here.
Sweet.
What I'm going to do is drop and load him. I'm going to drop him here, and I'm going to take him to the hospital.
I said to that, you know, I told him there's another team coming in.
Who do I check in with the liaison?
No, planning.
Oh, Jen.
Yeah, that's her guy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was on camera like, Jen? Okay. Hey, coffee's ready if you want to.
That one out?
Where did Rebecca go?
You know, Carol and Julie were working with them, and it's kind of hopping in and out, but they didn't want to leave the trailer park because they couldn't find their son.
You have me stuff.
And now, okay, their 26-year-old son, Juan, they were swearing that he was still there because he had just been crossing between the 2 trailers, right? And so EMS was trying to get him out of there, and so they wouldn't go.
Thank you, sir.
Right? So somehow EMS got on the phone, on the radio, and said, can you tell us if Juan Rodriguez is checked in to triage? And it came back, yeah, he had. So they got him. Then the dad's like,
EMS 4, EMS 3.
I want you to get on the radio in front of me and confirm that.
I heard that. I was there for
Right?
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
EMS
Well,
4,
the reason they were doing that was
if you want to
because
come down to building 43, the rebel pile, that'd be great.
they knew that he wasn't there. He was still at the trailer park. That was a big lie that they made up to get him out of the trailer park. So when they got to the triage tent and they said, I want to see, my son, they said, oh yeah, he signed in on the list. He goes, well, show me where. And they go, oh, well, it's the other list.
Look at mine.
Are you serious?
So then, come to find out, then they said, you lied. So they got permission from their boss to go back to the trailer park and act all bad and everything. And they said, no, we searched everything. Well, they'd gone in and they'd even sat on the bed he was under and then left and locked all the trailers up. So he was still in there.
That's sweet. That's good.
Yeah.
That really is. That's really good. These actors are just fabulous. Hi, I'm Drew Platt. I work with the Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction, and I'm the Assistant Deputy Director for Emergency and Disaster Response. What that means is that the Indiana Division of Mental Health, through its parent company, FSSA, we established 10 mental health teams from around the state. Each district, there's 10 districts that Homeland Security is divided up, and in each of those 10 districts we have a mental health team that has been established. The mental health teams have been vetted by our state All Hazards Committee, and they have received training in CISD, critical incident stress debriefings, as well as psychological first aid. And the purpose of our teams is to respond to any and all disasters that are experienced in the state of Indiana, whether it be flooding or tornadoes or earthquakes. We will have teams that will work through the Department of Homeland Security to do stop, Steve.
Huh?
We're filming.
What?
We're filming.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And we're editing at the same time. We have teams that will work through our sister agencies at the Indiana Department of Homeland Security and the Indiana State Department of Health. They are our operations people, and we deploy when we're requested by either the Indiana State Department of Health or the Indiana State Department of Homeland Security. We're currently on assignment at Mascatituck, where there's a national level exercise of the New Madrid fault, and the town of Mount Vernon, Indiana has been completely destroyed, and we've been deployed by the Indiana Department of Homeland Security to have mental health teams assisting victims and responders following big earthquake events. Part of what we do in order to get our teams prepared is to do trainings and exercises in order to have our teams ready and prepared to respond. Where's Carol?
I got Carol, Barbara, and Maria at triage. We're tagging things, but we've been told not to hurt.
Okay, so I could go get them.
When District 2 team or 3 team comes, I'm taking them to, I'm telling them, part of their exercise is dropping low, and they're going with it. They come and we'll just all go over there together.
Okay,
Just all
cool.
walk over there.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Do we need to tag anything
So that way
else?
then she can meet, she probably knows Patsy. You know Patsy?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, Patsy's their team leader. So yeah, so we can just all walk over there together. And,
Okay.
they can report it to because that's what they have to do. They have to report it to.
Yeah, I didn't figure out who I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're gonna go pick them up? Awesome, they went greatly.
Everything go okay?
Yeah, everything was pretty good.
I heard there's some little mix-ups, but that's okay. That's what happens on the back.
Do you want to know something really awesome? The parents from the trailer park, when we got back to triage, guess who was sitting in triage looking for Kelly? Yes.
Alright.
And so I was able to point them out and we got them back together. So that was actually really kind of
So you feel like you've been engaged in?
Oh, definitely.
Good.
This is a really good learning experience.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
highlights that I've heard about. What was 43 where you guys were at this morning?
Oh my God, that was that's they were pulling bodies out of
So we don't need to
rubble
put
pile.
a tag in there, correct?
Just tag. I don't know what that means.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, we've
yeah,
got the
we've,
rumor.
Oh, okay.
show you what we're up to.
Oh, I see. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told me about this.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know what we did at 43.
highlights of where there's been activity today.
The trailer park and
We went there.
yeah. So
I think we got everybody. You know, we got the jail, we've got hospitals, we got the rubble pile.
And the
and
trailer
Maria
park.
is at triage with
Right,
Carol
yeah.
and Bert,
Yes.
and they're all coming back here.
Yep.
That's as soon as one
So
can
as soon as we're going to come, I'm just going to kind of play this up, saying, okay, we got to go. I'm not telling him what we're doing. I kind of gave him a hint on the way down, saying, if there's going to, we'll know if there's going to be more trouble with our basketball.
Right?
I know when we were leaving triage, the law enforcement was debriefing from the hospital raid, and they were heading back out to what could have potentially been an angry mob, but that would
Yeah, I think they stormed City Hall.